There's a look, huh? We're back with more cooperative conversations after just having defeated the ruined sentinels. And now, I'm going along the inside of the boss room trying to find all the secret doors.
I should do that too.
Because this game is obnoxious.
Okay.
So this will make for real good television.
Yeah. It's like Doom.
Yeah.
You can sort of tell when
Just
it's
like Doom. Of course, some of them are empty, just because sometimes you make a secret wall, but you can't think of anything to put in it, so you just leave it. I think there's one more. Ooh, a target shield. I'm sure that's bad. It is. Still in line with Dark Souls 2 not wanting to give you any good shields.
They did all that for a homeward bone. Excellent. They put a homeward bone behind two hidden doors.
Mm-hmm.
If
Better
there
than a
isn't a better
skeleton.
way to tell someone, yeah. If there isn't a better way to tell your player to go fuck themselves, I can't think of it.
That was a little Kingsfield joke for those of you who played Kingsfield. A mainstay of that series was secret door, skeleton, secret door, chest, skeleton in the chest. It's great. It's a good joke. Never gets old. There is... First of all,
Rogue
something
water?
here. Is there a way to get it? Eh. Hell yeah. How many more doors are there? Just... Okay, I think I got all of them. And then this is just this. More eyebrow-raising architecture. This place is a mess. Yeah, how about that? So you found the bonfire.
I have. Deviously hidden.
Yeah. Have you, rolled through this pot by any chance?
I have.
Oh, it's not the one with the other sound effect. Alright, let's just make a quick pit stop at Majula to spend these souls.
I like this plan.
Oh. I got summoned by somebody else.
Hmm.
Let me, go contrive a way to die real quick. I guess phantoms can open doors. Oh no, I died. Skulls where I died, it's so sad. Hi, we're ready
Hello.
to start the episode properly.
Hooray! There's a ladder here.
Yeah. Ladder.
I went down this ladder while I was waiting.
Oh no.
There was a dog,
Spoilers.
a box, and this. I don't have one of these.
Oh, that's a shame. I do, we'll save it for me.
But I want the loot.
This is an enemy from Kingsfield. They shot fireballs at you in Kingsfield.
Huh.
They're also much larger. Kingsfield is a good game. I'll say it again, I do legitimately recommend it.
Liar ahead. Be wary of liar. Left and then item. Oh, I see.
Yeah. There is a dead body there, actually.
I think this is
Can
what
you-
he meant.
Yeah, possibly.
Human effigy.
Actually, can you tell? Is there an item on this corpse? Behind the door?
There actually is. Soul of a nameless soldier.
Well, it's not nothing.
Well, there's 2 messages telling people that he's a liar.
I rated the one saying try left and then item. I rated that up.
Is there up or down? I thought it was just ratings.
Well, it was rating, but, you know.
Yeah.
Rating up as a consequence of doing such.
Let's try that ladder.
What's up this ladder?
Staircase thing.
Yeah. No, the curvy staircase. This is a very fancy staircase for, like, just a shitty jail. Why am I going first? This is your game. Go
Damn
first,
right.
unto death.
I don't know, it's just a bunch of barrels. I don't see how it could be. Oh, good heavens! I don't like those guys.
Oh, open the store.
I shall.
Open the store.
Okay. Have fun in there, buddy.
The true Dark Souls 2 starts here.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy is just a mainstay of this game.
Well,
He's basically the best part of Dark Souls 2.
he's a good fella. I like him. I like his hustle. That's interesting. It's like an airlock gate.
Yeah. For some reason, kind of just to give you a moment to be like, oh no.
I don't like that. Stop that.
There's the sound effect.
That's a good sound effect.
The sound effect straight out of, I'd say Kingsfield, but it's not.
Up we go, I suppose.
Well, what about this? Forget if this is actually an illusory wall.
Ow! They explode when you hit them, you
guess-
see.
I guess we'll check on my game. Oh yeah.
Oh. It's just like in Sens. Okay, you can stop now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can stop now. Okay, it's not stopping. Okay, it did stop.
Would you like me to come down?
No, it's just a chest down here. Nothing exciting. Wilted Dusk Herb? Did I read that right?
That's for replenishing spells.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to get out midway to get that item.
You don't.
You drop down, I suppose?
Yes. Good luck. I'll be over here rooting for you.
I'm foolish.
No, you just roll off.
Ooh, okay. Bonfire Ascetic. Nice.
Oh yeah, is that your first one of those?
That is, yes. I believe. Hang on, let me check my inventory. Yeah, that's the first Bonfire Ascetic.
Bonfire ascetics, they're an interesting system.
Mm-hmm.
You, feeling healthy?
I'm fine. I know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
I'm a professional, man.
Bonfire ascetics are an interesting system that I like in theory. I don't like how they were put into practice.
And that's the thing where it just adds one of every spawn in, so after you've cleared an area, they come back.
Well, specifically, it takes that area into an effective new game plus.
We're going the other way. We're not going that way.
Nope, we need to go this way.
Oh, why? Oh,
It's important.
they're all angry.
Yep. In this I do know for sure. In Scholar, they made these guys non-aggressive. Which is
Kind of them,
a
I
good
suppose.
change, because every time you come up here to talk to this NPC once he's not frozen anymore,
I see. Why is he frozen?
because the game wants you to have to wait until you get a certain item.
Ally ahead, then try leg. It's locked. Is he important?
Yes.
No. Oh, he's still up. There we go. Life gem. Times 8.
Before you go this way, might I suggest we go back and
Yes.
go the other way from
Sure.
the bonfire? But yeah, you'll be going up there once you get a certain thing.
Well, that wasn't too hard to figure out. Oi, seriously? I don't understand. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I am
Architecture.
the master of secrets. Alright. Oh, I guess I gotta jump to get that. Anything over here first? Yep. Bunch of stuff. A room even. Is that a drop down? Time to go jumping. I do love jumping puzzles.
You can drop down here, technically. Although this just takes you to the,
Whoosh. Flame
an
butterfly
earlier
and a
area.
torch. How do I get back? Like that. Haha, I'm
Same
smart.
way you got over.
I'm smart.
Alright, let's go this way.
We can go this way?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Back to the bonfire. What's this? Not here, it says.
I'm sorry, it just... Okay.
Oh, it's good.
It
It's
is.
good.
It's actually genuinely good. I love it. Okay. So we are to drop down, I take it, or?
Yeah.
Alright.
Drop down. You can also jump across.
Well, I'll try that first, but no promises. Oh, I am a pro.
So am I.
Good at jumping. Oh, that just leads right back here. Awesome. So I heard it. Yeah, dogs.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
Nice.
yeah, I'm a badass. Oh, good God!
This end. Oh, there he is. They've still not fixed that. He's invisible
Who
for
is?
me. That enemy. He was invisible until he did the jump explosion.
Oh, good God!
This end. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
That was a problem at launch.
quality video game. That's actually a very smart little setup, by the way, because you get your Estus shard at the Medulla by doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Here, come grab this one first.
I appreciate that.
Not to railroad, but this is just a nice little
Oh,
thing to
okay.
have. Yeah.
Ow.
Good work.
I'm smart. I'm very smart.
All right, once more.
With feeling this time. Oh, it's just a bunch of guys. Some of them have crossbows. Uh-huh. How do I reach this fellow?
You jump up and then you drop down.
Ouch. That's great. That's real good. Feels good, feels organic. Oh, come on. Wanted to roll back into the thing and look cool. No, not even a little. Archduke's robes. Okay. Is this Archduke's name Seath?
Maybe.
You know, I recently rewatched a clip of, you know, it was some stuff from, I think it was Kingsfield 2.
Yeah.
Seath's voice was, it was a thing.
Yeah.
You should really throw a clip of, Seath speaking.
You don't hear him talk.
Oh, well, one of the endings, someone talks to you. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Seath.
It's not Seath.
No.
It's, just a narrator. Is it Is it the really guy who gets really excited in the middle of narration?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
He he does a voice though. Oh look, another Ferris wheel.
So this statue,
Mhm.
the the god of sin,
Velka?
uh, Velka. Is this Velka? Hey, is this Velka? What about this statue? Is this Velka? Guys, is this Velka? I think this might be Velka.
Oh, please tell me that wasn't a thing.
Guys, is this Velka?
Please tell me that wasn't a thing.
It was absolutely a thing.
Velka had nothing to do with anything in Dark Souls 1. It was just the thing because it was like, hey, we got this sin tally. We should have a way for players to reset it. That's all it was.
But Velka brought Priscilla to the painted world.
Priscilla means precisely nothing in like the plot. At best, Priscilla is a device whereby it, elaborates on how dickish the gods were.
But let's get back to this, because remember Yorshka?
I do.
She showed up. Her little chapel is in the exact area where the building containing the painting of the painted world was in Dark Souls 3. Well, where it was in Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3, that's where Yorshka hung out. Which means that, the painted world has come out of the painting. Maybe why Anne Orlando was so snowy.
Maybe.
I am still on this.
Yeah.
I do legitimately put this forward as a game theory. I'm gonna get sued now.
I'm sure it's fine. So what are we doing now? Because we've kind of just done a big old loop.
Yeah, we should just head back and continue onward. Just be careful. Nerds.
No!
No! We're going for a change of pace. And I'm going to summon Skell here for a little bit. Just to get some of the same that we've done on him out of the way for me. So I do have a Pharaoh's Lockstone. I don't know which one of the things I'm going to use it on. Ooh, the large
Probably the one
club.
Yep. Actually, demo it for you. Why did it start so?
Where'd it go? There it is. It does have an
big
A
old stick.
scaling. Terrible moveset.
Yeah.
The overhand's not bad, but the follow-up is awful.
Greatsword's only really good when you've got it in one hand.
Yeah, the large club is pretty good one-handed. You could also just use the craftsman's hammer. Ah, hey, people who played Dark Souls 2 on release, who remembers the dual craftsman's hammer build?
Sounds interesting.
It's not. You have two craftsman's hammers, and then when you fight someone in PvP, you just stunlock them to death forever.
Ah. So, it's the S-Doc of Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Stunlocking people to death became the meta in Dark Souls 2. You had that, you had the Ice Rapier when that came out. Oh, the Ice Rapier. I might use that large club a little bit. What's its requirement again? 26? 20. That's not unreasonable. Good teamwork.
Be free. Don't give up, skeleton. That's a good message.
It is a good message. Yeah, the changes, the additions they made to the messaging system in Dark Souls 2 are another one of the great things for the series. It's kind of like surface level. Like, haha, you can write funnier messages now. But it is cool, just like the passive interactivity that the message systems already enable.
I like the little bounce you did.
Yeah. I want to get petrified. I think I mentioned this before, but like even these hidden walls are a little Kingsfield in their own sense. Not that a hidden wall is FromSoft invention, but the way they sink in and then go up. Do I trust myself to be able to jump this? What's over here again?
Bonfire aesthetic, I think.
That's right. Flame butterfly and a torch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, goodbye.
Welcome back to Cooperative Book Conversations.
Hi again, Skell. Hi again, Skell. He's not talking right now.
Oh, I muted myself and it didn't unmute. Hi.
Hi again, Skell.
Hello there.
Well, after my permadeath run has been totally obliterated and I remade my character and came back.
Uninstall the game.
I know, I'm so bad. I figure this is not the right way to go. That's great, I'm real smart.
The dog seems excited about it.
Yeah. You know dogs. You come home and they're like, "Oh, get over here! I wanna inflict bleed upon you." Here it comes.
I saw this fellow try to throw a fireball earlier. He
Yeah,
missed.
they have some pyromancy.
Bender with fireball throwing action.
Oh dear. Is there anything else we actually need from over here?
Me? I don't know. I collect every item just to be sure.
Without the need to jump over that gaping death pit, everything should be fine.
Did you get the item over on the left?
Not yet. We're going to, though. Don't you worry. Ah, the bracing knuckle ring. Another necessary thing to have.
What does it do?
It slows equipment degradation.
Ah.
You can get a +3 version eventually. +2? A better version of it. A much gooder.
I suppose I should be wearing that.
Yeah, everybody should be. It's kind of a necessary piece of equipment if you want to use any sort of dex weapon. Alright, down we go. Well, I mean, if I can, you know, not die to anything but falling in this run, I'll be happy. This room is another thing I'm talking about with the architecture of this area just being terrible. You just have an elevator down to a sealed room that contains a bottomless pit and a treasure chest. Why is this here? It's because it's a video game and it needs to have rooms with treasure in them, right? Have you muted yourself again?
No, I haven't. I'm just quietly, you know, chuckling to myself over the concept of, like, the bottomless pit dungeon room.
Yeah. Sorry, now that you have added a mute binding, I'm, like, worried. Because...
It's okay.
You know, sometimes you do forget to unmute yourself. Sometimes you do forget.
Well, since this conversation is going in the video, for the record, I am a sickly person. And I use a mute button to mute out all the horrible, sickly death noises that I make.
Yeah. Plunging attacks, while falling, keep you from rolling, often to your death. Nice to see you too. I'll just go ahead and open this. Put this guy over here. Grab this item, these items, these 8 life gems. Ooh, tasty. And alright, let's go down the other way to get me that other shortcut. Some sweet loot while we're at it. Ah, this nerd thought he could hit me with a fireball. Little does he know, he couldn't. Skelzer, you're losing a lot of health very rapidly. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I can't retaliate. They sapped all my stamina. Ugh. That was close.
It's the antiquated key. Antiquated? I never understood. That's a word I've only ever seen, never heard out loud. Because nobody uses it, because it itself is antiquated. Antiquated? Anti-hate. It hates people that use it. And the best item set that I wish they had made in Dark Souls 3, Wanderer set. It's good. It's a little too fancy for Barber Ian, but it is a good piece of equipment. I don't really think the hood works, though. It's unfortunate. Alright. Also, that's how you get up here.
Aha! The button's broken. Oops.
Oh, you just take care of them, okay?
I don't know how to take care of it. That's the thing.
Well, that's fine. Come on this way, I guess. That's not a chest. This is a chest. Bone staff is ready.
Is this Velka?
Ooh, the parrying dagger. In case you want to do that. Why would you use the parrying dagger when you could use the curved painting guardian sword? Oh, the twin blade! Remember the twin blade, everybody? Remember
I don't.
Santier's spear?
I mean,
Oh,
I remember the
twin
God of Twin Swords from Dark Souls 3.
Where'd the damn thing? Is this it? No, that's the hide spear. It looks beautiful, by the way. I'm becoming all those YouTubers that I watch. It's like, where's this item? It's right there, you idiot.
Well, it's easy when you don't have to, like... when you can look at the whole screen passively. Yeah. Wow, that weapon's dumb.
What are you talking about? I have it for my barbarian in 3.5.
Let's not talk about 3.5, please.
Orcish Twin Sword is the best weapon. Yeah, they sort of made a twin blade in Dark Souls 3 in the form of the leaf blade, or the leaf sword, whatever it was, that you can buy from the first NPC in Ringed City.
Yeah, it took a DLC. It took the final DLC for us to get it. Wow, that was... It's 2. That's real good. It's bang for your buck, that is.
It is. Oh, now they're screaming. That's cool. Everyone loves a good screaming.
Well, you joke, but, you know, those Paranormal Activity movies...
Oh, right. Yeah. Remember this area?
Excellent.
Because of the way the Pharaoh's Lockstone works, you cannot come out from inside this room. The secret wall only activates once the Lockstone is in place. Because video games, Skelzor. Don't you agree?
It's the #1 fastest growing pastime.
Alright, let's get back to where we need to be. Alright, there's a hole here. What's in here?
Isn't that how you get here?
Yeah. I've played this game for over 300 hours.
I mean, clearly, you've started to go hollow.
I thought we killed these guys.
We did.
You just got sent home, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I remember. Alright. We'll be right back.
Welcome.
Yeah, I did forget that this game allows you to move through fog gates with a phantom and it just kicks him out.
Incredible.
But I'm back in Skell's game. So let's go fight a new boss.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we've kind of just been playing the game for a while, for a long stretch without talking about it. I want to remark on the skybox in this area.
Okay.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Too bad the water is just like copy paste.
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did their
Yeah,
best.
that's... I don't think they did. Good work, Skeleton. So what are your thoughts on the Lost Bastille here?
Well, the jaunt to the first boss of the area was quite short, but the area's bigger than I thought it was. Now that we've come to the second
Yeah.
part. I mean, it's not so bad. The boss was an interesting choice for the third thing you fight in the game. It certainly
was.
does like to throw enemies at you in large numbers, which is not something I approve of. But
So, I forget if this is a way it'll kick me out or what. No, okay.
Sinners rise. You can go down or up. I'm gonna try down first.
Either way you want, I went down.
Oh, good heavens. This doesn't make sense. I'm fighting right here. There we go.
I forget how to get to the other area. There were 4 men with crossbows in there, by the way.
Yeah, I saw them. I guess I can use this elevator now.
Bastard.
Oh, it goes down. Bye.
Bye. You should come back up, though.
I will come back up. There's an item down here. I'm gonna grab that real quick and then I'm gonna come back up. Oh, never mind. It just kept going down. I expected it to go up.
Why would it go up? We just came from up. Also, expecting elevators to behave a certain way in this game is... I don't know.
Not a good idea.
I'll let you do it for the time being. I tell you though, I forget how to get to a certain area.
Oh, there's just a... I like bonfires.
Yeah. Next to 3 enemies.
Yeah, that seems a touch silly.
Alright, now it's time to go down that elevator.
But I already did that.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You're so funny.
I try. I fail most of the time, but, you know, I get a few good ones in. here and there. You're falling.
Oh no. If you want to jump off for that item.
I'm going to, yes. Hup. It's a lacerating knife. I thought all knives did
Yeah.
that.
This one does it better.
Hey, it's Lucatiel.
Nice. Don't fall down there, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. Hey, Lucatiel, you're cool. I like your mask and your hat.
I guess you didn't talk to her enough to have her take off the mask.
Oh. Remember when we talked about Dark Souls being a cartoon?
Yeah?
Yeah. This guy's just
Well, now
like...
it's Resident Evil.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess the undead curse was the G virus all along.
Yeah. There are a lot of these guys here. You can backstab them, curiously. Kind of keeping with the theme of strangely being able to backstab some monstrous enemies.
Oh! They both
Goodbye.
did it at the same time and I perished. Right, well, good thing we got that bonfire then, isn't it?
Oh, we've been at this a while.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go ahead and make the next boss the next episode.
Alright. Next
So
time.
sorry we didn't get much done, but we'll be back at some point with more of this. So until then.
So long.
You'll have to excuse me for making a liar of myself, but as it turns out, something has gone terribly wrong with the footage Skelzor had of him fighting this boss. As a result, I'm the only one who has it, and I'm just going to tack it on to the end of this episode, rather than doing a whole thing at the beginning of the next one. It's fine, we're just going to watch it. Thanks for sticking around. How's your day going?
Ah, we're getting there. You know how it is, the old grindstone.
Yeah.
Oh! Whoops. Nope, nope. There we go. Teal.
Huh,
Those tails hurt.
they
Lot.
do.
Can you see why I died when two of them did it at the same time?
Oh, I absolutely can, I understand. I remember fighting these guys.
Lucatiel, you got this. Yeah, I knew you could do it. That's why you're my favorite NPC.
Just a reminder, they wanted you to come here after Forest of the Fallen Giants.
Oh! That was close. Are there more?
I forget. This is another one of the rare areas where it's like, it would be convenient if it was lighter. It's still not necessary for it to be lighter.
Another room that serves no purpose.
Oh, I believe
suppose
you
it's a
wanted to
dump.
say something about that, actually.
Yeah, so, going through the Lost Bastille and taking some time to gather my thoughts, I realized that I haven't once seen any living quarters or any place where food is stored or prepared, or, you know, any place where dedicated place where a smith might set up shop. I mean, that we met that blacksmith before, but that looked like he was sort of just there. No dining halls, nowhere to feast, nowhere to store weapons and equipment, nowhere for people to sleep. What I'm getting at here is the Lost Bastille doesn't feel like a real place. It feels like a video game castle.
Well, you know, that's the thing. You don't need any of those rooms because you're in the prison theme park ride.
Yeah, I suppose. Ow.
Oof.
These guys hurt a lot.
Yeah. And there are
Look
a
at
lot
that,
of them.
Lucatiel's half dead.
Yep.
Does she have healing items, or is she stuck like that?
I don't think she's gonna do anything about it.
Ooh, a shiny. Hey, I found a lockstone.
Nice. Well, we'll, actually, would you like to go experience a different boss?
I would like to do that.
This is gonna be a long episode.
This is. Oh, heavens.
Don't walk off. I'd suggest black separation crystalling Lucatiel.
I don't know how to do that.
Use your black separation crystal.
Won't that get rid of both of you?
No.
Ah.
If Lucatiel dies while you have her summoned too many times, you fail her quest.
Really?
Mm-hmm. As far as I remember.
Terrifying.
Now, while we're running back over to the beginning here, you know, why do you mention those things about like living quarters and places for people to exist when nowhere in Dark Souls 1 had anything like it? Coming up Undead Burg, you didn't see people's houses. In the depths, you didn't see a kitchen and, like, storeroom.
Like, granted, there are rooms in this game that we haven't gone to. There were rooms in Dark Souls that we didn't get to go into. And I'm sure that those places exist there, but Dark Souls 1 made a point of showing you places where people, you know, would have gone about their daily lives.
Right.
And the Butcher in the Depths is actually a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, hey, they're preparing food down here because they eat, I guess.
I mean,
like, they're
it's
undead.
just,
I don't know if they have to, but they do.
It's just a good way to give your world a little more believability.
It really is.
It's a terrible throw.
It's that incessant question that came from that one analysis video of Fallout New Vegas. What do they eat?
Where do they get the food?
Oh, something's going... Oh, there we go.
I just hope that the player count isn't too high.
Oh? Where is it? Can't go through?
Oh. Well, I guess we'll have to wait.
No. Oh well. He's dead, Jim.
All the bodies just faded out for me. Alright, well, that was kind of a bust, unfortunately. Turns out, you need both people to be able to get there, and it's just... Without saying too much to spoil the surprise for Skelzor, it's just a little too much of a hassle to, like, come down here, get the lockstone for him, come down here, get the lockstone for me, go through that area, get to the place, and... We'll,
So next time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and do that for me. But that'll be next episode.
Clock.
Yeah, guess where you get the key.
Ah, I see. It's not him. Radiant. Cool. We ready?
That's up to you.
Is there an item there? There is not. Let's go. Time to murder. Who gave him a sword?
So that was a chaos bug, by the way.
I noticed.
Why do you think they have a chaos bug here?
Some sort of weak link to Dark Souls 1.
This is because the chaos bug is dangerous and they put it in the painted world.
I'd believe that.
Oh my god, I hate the Lost Sinners hitboxes. This is
I
kind of
appreciate
like the first, most obvious instance of Dark Souls 2's terrible hitboxes.
Oh look, he does, like, you know, difficult boss design 101. He moves around a whole lot so you can't hit him.
This is also kind of the start of Dark Souls 2 designing a lot of its bosses around, well, people liked Artorias.
I like Artorias. I don't want a whole game of Artorias. It's kind of a laborious fight. Laborious Artorias. You know? Ow.
I have unfortunate news for you.
Excellent.
Hey, at least this is only an 8-foot-tall dude, not an 8-foot-tall dude in armor. Also, it's a lady. She's a lady.
Oh.
Also, reminds me a lot of, Lisa Trevor from Resident Evil 1 remake. You know, the hobbled hands and the cloak. Although this one's not made out of human flesh. Would you like to get the finishing blow?
I would try. There we go.
Good work.
Yeah, I'm good at video games.
Alright, that's gonna do us for this one. It's been a very long episode filled with a lot of things. We'll pick back up doing Lost Sinner for me next time. And we are also going to do the secret area.
Yeah.
So we can see how that changes this boss encounter. So until that happens, until I have another free night, have fun. You know what? This is another Dark Souls 2 thing. I hate these fucking crossbowmen right outside the bonfire. It's perfectly reasonable to kill them, sit at the bonfire, kill them, sit at the bonfire, etc., etc., until they just stop spawning. I do that a lot. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.